Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about a lot of weapons that got quite a bit better after the recent update that fixed the dreaded spread bugs hindering the gunplay of Battlefield 6. Some of these weapons were probably used by a lot of you, and you said, these are trash, I'm never using them again, but again, they were kind of bugged. Now a lot of these weapons actually hit things, and I think you guys should know about that. So if you enjoy this type of content and want to keep up to date with Battlefield 6, hit that sub button, be sure to hit that like button, and I have seen your comments. I will be making a sort of positioning and awareness guide pretty soon. I know you guys like those tips and tricks videos, so I'm going to try to make that video extra special, put a little more effort into it, right? Specific examples, that sort of thing. So keep an eye out for that. And of course, swing by the streams. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders. First link in the description. Now, before I go over specific weapons, I just want to acknowledge the differences that I have noticed. So, the biggest differences when I'm using these weapons, and I went in and tested all of these, is for weapons that have particularly high rate of fire, like the M433, and weapons that have particularly low rate of fire, like the AK-4D. I think this has something to do with the fact they just have different spread values, and obviously low rate of fire, high damage weapons, that spread increase and that movement spread penalty is going to be more severe, and with weapons that have super high rate of fire, you're going to reach max spread a lot faster, and of course the bugs were affecting spread, and it just made a lot of weapons feel like shit. So let's start going over this stuff. The first weapon that got a lot noticeably better after the update is the M433. I did make a dedicated video on this yesterday. I'll link that in the description, and I'll be giving you guys setups for these. The best setup that I have used for just versatility is definitely lightened suppressor, extended barrel, slim angled, green laser, and 1X. That's the versatile build. And then if you want a pure hipfire version, CQB suppressor, because the CQB suppressor has no hipfire penalty, flashlight for better hipfire spread recovery, green laser for better hipfire, short barrel for better hipfire, and extended mag because, well, I have a feeling you're going to be needing that in CQC. Now, I mentioned weapons that have particularly low rate of fire. The SOR and the AK-4D both are noticeably more accurate and noticeably better after these spread bug fixes. And I know a lot of people will comment this. There is another fix to weapon spread coming, I think, on November 18th. And this will make every single weapon in the game feel better. So that is on top of the spread bug fixes. The first weapon I'll be going over is the AK-4D. This weapon was particularly finicky when the spread bugs were in the game. Sometimes, especially while you were moving, you would just hit max spread, and you would just hit nothing. And this gun was really very difficult to use, and for a lot of people I saw in my YouTube chat and in my Twitch chat, they said they just had one hell of a time actually trying to use this. But now, it fucking destroys people. Dude, look at that. I think, I want to make a correction. So, in a lot of videos, I've said this target's 100 meters away. Apparently, I've been informed that it's 75 meters away. But you can see, this guy's 75 meters away. You know, you're going to have to burst fire, but this guy, I think, is 50 meters away. Just hit every shot, hit every shot. This gun trucks people now. The best setup I found for this weapon, personally, is lightened suppressor, heavy extended barrel, slim angled, or optionally full angled. Just know you're going to get ADS accuracy penalty. And then the all-important hollow points, which make this gun's headshot damage and break points different. You're going to be three-shotting people in the head out to, I believe, max damage range. And then you're going to be two-shotting people within the 3 BTK range in the head, which is incredibly useful for a weapon of this sort. Optionally, if you don't really want to use hollow point, you can take it off, and you can use one of the larger recoil reducing grips, like the classic vertical or even the stippled stubby grip. But I really like this setup. I think it's great. And you can actually hit things with this gun now. Moving on to the SOR. The SOR is... I've actually underestimated this weapon. This assault rifle has ridiculous muzzle velocity. You're going to want to be using the heavy extended. I unfortunately haven't unlocked every attachment for this, but I do have an idea of what the best setup will be for it. It's obviously going to be lightened suppressor. I mean, lightened suppressor is just the best suppressor in the game right now. You get recoil reduction, you get the benefits of the suppressor. only for the penalty of worse hipfire. So the best build for this gun is probably going to be light and suppressor, heavy extended barrel, which for some reason costs less than the extended barrel. Go figure, I mean. Either stubby grip or slim angled. And then, I'm not sure if synthetic tip is worth it on this weapon. I think because it's a 25 damage model weapon, I don't think it does much for the breakpoints. But it does not have much recoil at all. I mean, I don't even have light and suppressor, and look at this weapon. It just... The 1,000 meters per second muzzle velocity, combined with the fact that you can actually move and shoot with this gun now, is just so lethal. And this is one of the best guns in RedSec right now, in my opinion, as well. All of the low rate of fire, high muzzle velocity weapons are extremely good in RedSec, because you're going to be taking fights at longer range. So, I would maybe recommend running a little bit of a higher magnification sight on the SOR, light and suppressor, heavy extended barrel, slim angled, or if you can fit a stubby on there. And then if you want to do your testing with hollow points, or don't use hollow point. If you want to do your testing on synthetic tip, you can do that. I just don't necessarily think it's worth it. So that's the SOR. Other weapons that are noticeably better after the patch. The M277 is a completely different gun. Completely different. I mean, this gun is so much fucking better now. You can actually... I mean, look at that. You can actually move and shoot with it. Go figure, right? And again, keep in mind, there is going to be another update that makes these weapons even more accurate, coming just days after this video drops. So... the M277, I'm not sure if there was a bug with it specifically, but it really got affected by the moving spread bug that was in the game. Now that that's patched, I mean, as you can see, this gun just trucks people. It has, I believe, the same damage model as the M250, but it's a carbine. The best setup that I have personally found for this gun is, not surprisingly, light and suppressor, ribbed stubby, heavy extended, and green laser, and that's basically it. I considered running hollow point. Again, it's a 25 damage model weapon, so it's just not good. But this gun destroys people. I kind of like to think of it as, I don't want to say, it's kind of a gimped version of a TR7, but because it's a carbine in closed weapon playlists, this is a universal weapon, so you can use this on any class, which makes it really, really good. So that's the M277, and then the M417 got quite a bit better as well. That is not my build for it. That is. Again, we've kind of figured out the meta for this game. Light and suppressor, extended barrel. Now, optionally, you can go with any of the other barrels here. Short barrel for better hipfire. I like the muzzle velocity. If you use short barrel, the muzzle velocity is sub 500 meters per second, which I think is pretty shit for a carbine. So I like using extended and then just putting a laser on there. And then, because it's a 33 damage model weapon, you can mess around and use hollow point. I just don't think it's worth it for this particular weapon. It does pretty much insta-kill people if you get those headshots in CQC within its 33 damage model range. But the 33 damage model is not... I mean, look at this. It's already dropping. I want to say the 33 damage model drops off at like 5 meters. So if you want 5 meter... two bullet headshots, I guess you can use hollow point, but personally, I don't think it's worth it. I like running this weapon how I have it set up right here, and then if you find the recoil is too much, you can try the 6H64 vertical, or even the full angled grip, and you can mess around with that. Now, moving on, the last weapon on this list, I mentioned particularly high rate of fire weapons. The M123K got even better after this update. It was already disgusting before. I already made a dedicated video on this. It's just more accurate now. It feels more consistent. It's just like... It's so funny. This is the thermal sight build. And again, I have a dedicated video for this. I'll link in the description. This is the thermal sight build. So thermal 1.5x, stubby, heavy extended, and suppressor. But if you don't want to use the thermal, there is this alternate build that has even less recoil. You just can't use the thermal. Light and suppressor. What is this? Rib stubby, heavy extended, green laser. It's just, these weapons are disgusting in this game. I think DICE did a pretty good job at making every single weapon feel worth using. There are only a few weapons in this game that are shit. Like, I would consider the LMR to be shit. The AK-205 is definitely underwhelming in my opinion. Other than that, you can pretty much use anything and you're going to have a decent time. So those are the weapons that I think got the biggest boost in performance after this update. And of course, keep in mind, on November 18th, assuming they don't rug pull us, every single weapon in the game is going to get even more accurate and even better at range. So big things coming to Battlefield 6. If you enjoy the channel, be sure to hit that sub button, hit the like button, let me know what you want to see next, and swing by streams. I've been seeing a lot of you guys come over from the YouTube channel, and I really do appreciate that. And thank you all for the massive, massive support. I've been going non-stop, and it's just really cool to see Battlefield finally pop off, you know? I really appreciate all you guys' time. I try to make these videos short and concise. I try not to yap too much, which I'm doing right now, but for the sake of wholesomeness, I will yap in this video slightly. It's just really cool to see the community finally come together and appreciate, not appreciate, but play a game and have a game to play that isn't dog shit. So many things going on. I mean, I just played in the Gauntlet tournament, and I assume they're going to be holding a bunch more events for all the seasons. It's just a cool time to be a Battlefield player, so thank you all for watching. Your time is never taken for granted, and I will see you guys in the next video.